All right. I wanted to talk about procrastination and how I struggle a lot with that and strategies that I use to actually overcome procrastination. Because I think people always have big goals for their lives or these big things that they want to achieve, but so many times they don't end up actually achieving what they want to do. And there's obviously like a million reasons why that might be the case, and it sort of depends person to person what the main thing holding them back is. But for me personally, I found that procrastination is a big thing that stops me from working towards what I want to achieve, and I've really struggled to overcome that in the past, and because I don't think that lack of information is what holds most people back, because especially with the internet these days, like anything you want to know is just a Google search away. There's really no excuse for not being informed these days. Like maybe that was the case like 20 years ago, but today, if you want to know something, it's at your fingertips. You can just type it into your phone, and so I don't think knowledge is the thing holding people back necessarily, and especially in my case, it's more procrastination and not being able to motivate yourself to do what you need to do. And one thing that I've found really helps me overcome that procrastination is being accountable. So having accountability to someone or something. And to give you an example, I guess, I've been wanting to start like a side business for the past probably year and a half, and I've I read a lot, and I even like paid money to do like an online course to learn about it, and so I've sort of been accumulating all this knowledge, but I hadn't really like executed on any of it, and it wasn't until about a month ago that I actually started getting the ball rolling and making progress towards that goal, and the thing that really changed was I became a part of this what's called a mastermind group, and the whole idea of a mastermind group is it comes from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it's basically a book where the author studied the lives of successful people and tried to distill like the habits and the things that they did to become successful, and put it in a book that anyone could use to apply them to their own life. And one of the things he talks about is this mastermind group. So it's basically a small group of people who are at a similar level and have similar goals, getting together on a regular basis to both motivate each other and also provide accountability. So there's there's a bit of a format. So I meet with three other people who they're in similar situations, want to sort of create side businesses, and they're at a similar sort of level, and you go through the call and we talk about like what are our goals for the next week, like what do we want to achieve, and then you go over like last week's goals to make sure that you achieve them, and everyone like helps each other out, and it's a really good structure, and since I started doing that about a month ago, it's really helped me, because if you have no accountability and it's sort of just to yourself, it's so easy to make excuses and delay things and procrastinate. But if you've said to someone the week before, you're going to achieve this week, and then you have that knowledge in the back of your head that if you don't do it, you're going to have to look them in the eyes and tell them that you failed. So I don't know, for me personally, that provides a lot of motivation. So that's really helped. And I've made more progress in the past month towards what I want to achieve than I have in the past year and a half, really. And like this YouTube channel is like an example of that. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while, but it kind of took this group to push me over the edge to do it. So yeah, and it doesn't have to be like a formal like mastermind group for like a business or whatever. It's if you want to get fit, like you can just find a group of friends who also want to get fit, and you basically just agree to go to the gym together every second day or whatever, and just knowing that there's people like relying on you and waiting for you at the gym, it helps you get out of bed at 6 a.m. a lot more, whereas if it was just yourself, it's so easy to hit the snooze button and go back to bed. So it applies to a lot of different areas, and I guess like business is just one of them. But Yeah, it's something that helps me a lot. I find accountability really helps me beat procrastination, and I'll continue to use it moving forward. So yeah, just a quick thought I had there. And if you like these videos, please feel free to subscribe, because I'm trying to put out a lot more. So yeah, just hit that subscribe button, and I hope that helps, and we'll speak soon.